coming back into the park, had to do a quick run out to the car, change of clothes, well, warmer clothes actually, because the temperature is going to be dropping. Haunt is just a half hour away, and a big thing to notice, and it says it everywhere, even when you buy your tickets, everything else, no re-entry after 6. That I think is a change for this year, but a lot of parks are doing this time difference thing, and safety I'm sure is reason why, and people are stupid and ruin it for everyone else. It is an inconvenience because it'd be like, hey, I would like to run out to my car later on when it's going to get colder and not have to carry around stuff longer, but hey, times we live in, small little inconvenience. But just so you're aware, something like Kings Island Haunt, no re-entry after 6, and make sure you check your park, whatever park you're going to, making sure there's no rules that exist for that one. Nothing unique about this guy. See him at Cedar Point, and I'm sure other Cedar Fairs, Halloween parks. He'll wake up a little later tonight. Excited for your first house of the day?
Super excited.
Now, if I remember correctly, I believe this used to be Crypt Ride, and I could be completely wrong on that. I might be telling things I'm gonna have to look up later, but literally chose to wait in line for this just so I could see the retheming of a ride that I used to remember, that I think existed. Houses, one that I think was inside the crypt. Gonna have to go back and check to make sure all this. It looks like something that used to be the ride there, and I think I might be remembering correctly, but I very well may be wrong. But that one was tame, maybe a couple scare actors missing, staffing being what they were, but it was a good little kid-friendly scare zone area, well lit, going through different areas, some fun. Then Slaughterhouse definitely stepped it up, and we had a family in front of us. It was a mom and a kid, and quite jumpy and very, very entertaining to watch. And because it was just the 4 of us going through, my wife and these 2 people, we got a front row of a lot of scares, and it was very, very fun. And definitely Slaughterhouse, out of the 2 we've done so far, the better scares out of all of them.
Somebody needs to take out the trash.
Just finished up a couple more houses. The new house, Hotel Saint Michelle. Yes, my wife, very ecstatic about that name. Very, very well themed. Scares, maybe a little hit and miss, maybe a little too infrequent, but the theming, spectacular. And we finished up all of the houses. I was a little disappointed with Cornstalkers, or the Corn Huskers, or whatever it was, the corn one, the Corn Maze, I forget exactly.
We could read this and
we
look
could.
It up? Cornered, yes. Cornstalkers, I think, is Cedar Points. I was a little disappointed. There was one really good scare, obviously not gonna tell you where it was, but there was one good one. I was kind of disappointed on the corn one. I think we only had like 6 scares. Maybe?
Probably, and it was wide. Like I think I was expecting something more. It was
I liked how open it was, though. I really liked that.
Oh, see, I want to be crammed if I'm in a corn maze, going to weed through. And be
I liked being able to move, and yeah.
I mean, regardless, they definitely seemed understaffed in that area for the corn maze, but it was okay. It was just, I think I was more excited for that one. And
Slaughterhouse is still the best.
Well, so the Slaughterhouse story is really entertaining because we got separated from the whole group, and there was just the 4 of us going through, and I got comic relief out of it because we had the 9-year-old and the very jumpy mom, and I just got thoroughly enjoyment. And then you had the actual scares through it, like you liked where the scares were located.
Yeah, they did a really good job of just like scares all over, and even though the 2 people were ahead of us, like we were still back enough that sometimes they would come for us, so there was a lot of good. I liked it. Slaughterhouse was great.
Slaughterhouse was fun. I think my favorite theming was the new one with the hotel.
I don't blame you.
Well, of course she's gonna be like that with Hotel Saint Michelle, but do you think that was the best themed one? Like,
it was the most unique.
Unique, okay.
Like, I'll give it unique because I liked Killmart also.
Killmart was good.
Killmart had good theming. Got a good scare in there too.
It did.
But no, Killmart had really good, like you were in an abandoned store.
Kind of the final wrap up on it. I mean, give first opinions. My thoughts being not as good as Cedar Point, not as good as Halloween Horror Nights, but still fun, enjoyable.
Yeah. I mean, I would still say Halloween Horror Nights, king.
Yeah.
Definitely when we went and did Hollow Weekends at Cedar Point, that one had really great scare zones outside, lots of fog. Here, although it's cool, I like seeing all the characters walking around and not like confined to a zone.
Yeah.
And that's pretty neat because you never know where they're coming from.
That's true. There's a couple areas where you have where they're sliding on the knees and the claws going through and that.
But even that I've seen all over.
Yeah, they're definitely throughout the park doing it, and I think out of the
of the three, I'd rate this 3, so it's top 3.
Yes, it is top 3, but this is why I don't have her on the channel that often, because of that. This is why I have to save you, America. But yeah, I would say out of the 3 we've done, this is number 3, but it's still good. Definitely do check it out. And also it means night rides and night rides and night rides. And speaking of night rides,
Off to the Beast!
Yes, Off to the Beast, and you got to check that video out. Description down below, because I'll have posted that video before this gets posted. So go click on there, subscribe, like, do all that fun stuff, and watch a bunch of other videos and share. Thanks!
Really? Pumpkins? Not scary.